because here's why it becomes problematic. Because the person at that sacral area, they fucked with the person at the crown because the person was at the crown. But the crown person's like, yo, you're not at the crown, my dude. I gotta come to where you at. But when they come down to where you are, you no longer like that because you don't like the sacral parts that you're involved with. You feel what I'm saying? But you're not quite there to ascend yet. And if that person stays at that crown while interacting with you, you will feel off. You will feel awkward. That person, one of y'all are gonna feel like y'all don't belong. And more than likely is gonna be the one who has to sprint to catch up, rather than the one who just has to slow down the jog. You feel what I'm saying? It's not sustainable, you know. And when I look at relationships, when I look at a lot of them, it ain't got shit to do with the zodiac. It ain't got shit to do with none of that. It's everything to do with frequency. Everything to do with frequency. Everything to do with energy. Everything to do with consciousness. As I said, these can be used interchangeably. So you gotta ask yourself, is y'all frequency the same? This is why it's like I don't give a fuck how cute a motherfucker is, or how much y'all vibe, or how much you think that motherfucker's in your head, because y'all hit a point where y'all frequency was the same when y'all met. Is it gonna be the same 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line? Now that's hard to gauge, but at the same time, everything happens in a cycle. If I can gauge it, we've been rocking for 6-7 months. I can pretty much gauge where it's gonna be. The first heartbreak I ever took was my fault. Really the only heartbreak. It's really the only one. But the first one I ever took was my own fault. Because I knew the frequency was off from the beginning. But I didn't understand energy. I didn't understand frequencies. I didn't understand none of that shit. So it was just like, yo, fight through it. Relationships are supposed to be hard. You gotta go through the fire to make it worth it. No. Yes, fire does forge steel. You know what I'm saying? But pressure makes diamonds. There's different ways to get valuable things. We gotta stop, just using certain shit to justify some dumb shit. You feel what I'm saying? But I was guilted into that shit. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of times it's like, you can't give up because I knew it's like, yo, we just don't work. We were both Aries. Cool, well, that's two fire signs together. That has nothing to do with it. Our frequency was off. Because a couple of my homies are Aries. And we don't bump heads. Well, it's different because that's a woman. No, I have women friends who are Aries and we don't bump heads. Because our frequencies match our frequencies are closer together, on more days than they're not. You feel what I'm saying? So when we get to that point where we understand relationships through that lens, and we realize, okay, that's what the talking phase is so important for. But we only talking to see how quick we can fuck, because it goes back to what? Carnal frequencies, sacral frequencies. And this is when the clash happens, because most women are already on the sacral chakra, and most men are stuck at the carnal. See, when we're born carnally. Well, technically, we're born crownly. It's not a word, but we're born crownly. You feel what I'm saying? And we descend through the way that life happens to us. So when you enter this world from the womb, you're already at your crown. It closes and it goes back down over time due to certain experiences that we have. So women naturally ascend to the sacral before men. This is why we say, women, y'all so emotional, y'all so this, but it's like when you look at men, we're barbaric. We're like, yo, nigga, you'll fuck anything. I won't. But I know there's like, fuck anything because it's carnal, right? So when you merge carnal frequency with sacral frequency, it fucks with you. Because when a woman, when her emotions are in tune, and it's like I said, if you go back to it, what governs the sacral chakra? Emotions and sexuality. You feel what I'm saying? And we know the root chakra is carnal, so we already know how animals operate. You know what I'm saying? When a woman feels like, you cater to her emotions the right way, and she has a sense of security, she'll give her body to you. Why? Because that's the frequency that's on. But it fucks you up because you're not fucking with a man who's at sacral with you. You're fucking with a carnal being. So then when he fucks you and leaves you alone, he had no reason to connect. Y'all frequency wasn't the same. You feel what I'm saying? Look at the add it from the color spectrum. Look at the color red and the color orange. Their frequencies are different. It's the same principle. You're trying to merge colors that don't mix. You're trying to merge things that don't mix. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how the relationship, it evolves the way that it evolves. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta either you're gonna have to respect that and find somebody at your level, literally, or somebody who's above your level with patience to help you get to that point. But then you gotta be willing to traverse that field and get to that point. Some people feel like they don't have to. Oh, I'm good. I'm at no. You need to get your frequency back.